Thank you, Chair. Minister, how many housing starts will Canada see this year?
To the member, we're on track at this point, about 14% higher than last September, the CMHC number. So we're tracking north of 250,000 starts this year. If it's annualized,
What's the
closer
number?
to 280, but somewhere between 240 and 280 would be my.
Your housing department says that housing starts will be down this year.
The stats are from CMHC. The latest stats came in for September, which showed us tracking 14% above last September in terms of housing starts across the country.
Now, your government announced back in March that you would build 500,000 homes a year. And with that announcement, if you look at the numbers, that means that you would have to build 57 homes per hour, per day, every year. Are you on track to build 50? Are you currently building 57 homes an hour?
To the member, we are not. Canada is not building at that scale. That is a longer term
government
goal.
promised
We're
back in
looking at
March.
over a decade, doubling construction up to that level. But that certainly will take many years to achieve, given the changes that need to be made in the industry. At this point, we don't have the labor force to manufacture at that scale, and that's why Build Canada Homes is focused on the manufacturing side to make the building of housing more efficient.
When is the first year Canada will build 500,000 homes?
Well, the language that we've used is over the next decade. So I think it's reasonable. It's still very aggressive and ambitious to get to 500,000 over the next decade. But that's what we need to scale up to.
I mean, giving yourself that much leeway without any specifics is a little bit misleading. Can you tell us what year would be the first year over the next decade that Canada will see 500,000 homes being built in the year?
The goal is to get to 500,000, to double construction over the next decade. So it's ramping up to that level. That will start to make up the ground of the gap that we have in housing supply, as identified by the stats and CMHC research.
Well, your own housing department, CMHC, says that housing starts will decline next year by 4.1%. How do you square that?
Well, that's a projection. We can only work with the facts we have in front of us, which for September were a 14% increase over last year, or that is what we're tracking. Pre-sales are down in some markets, Vancouver and Toronto, as the examples that we're concerned about. And that's why we're pulling out all stops with Build Canada Homes, with measures like this that will get more affordable housing built, that will get home ownership opportunities with new homes that the industry can build. We want to see
Minister, why are sales down?
Sales are, given the global economic conditions right now, I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets, particularly in the
Minister,
big cities.
Are you saying global factors have something to do with Canadian home prices? Like, are you saying that we import our own land and homes?
What I'm saying through the chair is that many buyers are concerned about the current economic circumstances, the tariffs from the U.S. that have been extremely
but home affordability
challenging
was
for
out
the
of
Canadian
control
economy.
before the tariffs hit. Your government was responsible for doubling housing costs in this country before the tariffs hit.
Well, I can speak from experience in my city in Vancouver. We had a housing crisis 20 years ago.
Which has one of the worst records, by the way.
And 20 years ago, that affordable housing crisis was already impacting us, and we saw for 10 years the Harper government do nothing to make housing more affordable in my city, and that
housing
problem
was
has
half the
proliferated.
cost when the Harper government was in.
And it doubled. In Vancouver, you look at the housing
After
market
you
between
became mayor,
2005 and 2015.
Well,
there was
housing costs have
dramatic
doubled
rise.
since 2015.
And
Minister, respectfully, your government spent $89 billion on housing, supposedly, to make housing costs come down. Rents and mortgages have doubled since your government spent more than $89 billion. Now your government is creating a fourth bureaucracy after the first three were responsible for doubling housing costs, that made sure that young people lost the dream of home ownership. 9 out of 10 have given up on home ownership. And unless someone has the bank of mom and dad in this country, they don't have enough money for a down payment on this house. If the first three bureaucracies failed and you spent more than $89 billion to accomplish all that, what's this fourth bureaucracy going to do?
Through the chair, I am very confident that Build Canada Homes, with an initial $13 billion investment, will be able to make housing more affordable for Canadians. We are
Last
seeing,
10 years of your government have proven wrong.
through the chair, I was elected 6 months ago, and so the government that I'm part of now is rolling out this tax measure to save first-time
It's all
home
the same
buyers
ministers, it's all the same
$50,000.
policies, so we don't believe that there's anything new.
This is a new tax measure, through the chair, to save first-time home buyers $50,000 on a new home.
Okay,
and that will
I have
help
limited time.
with
I'll ask you
affordability.
one last thing. CMHC executives received bonuses every year, even though housing starts decreased. And housing has doubled in this country. Can you confirm if CMHC executives will receive bonuses this year for doubling housing costs?
Very brief response.
Through the chair, I can get back to the member with those details. I haven't seen the latest on CMHC bonuses for the year.
Please,
Great.
please, we
Thank
expect
you,
you to
Mr.
get
Hillen.
back.
That's time. Thank you, Minister.